Ho, ho, ho. Merry, happy holidays. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. Welcome each and every one that is joining us this morning for our special broadcast, our special Saturday 10 a.m. holiday Christmas broadcast. And I thank each and every one of you for showing up this morning. We have a lot going on. We took a big, fantastic trip this week. I have drone shots, phone shots, glasses shots. I'm going to put up that video later in the week. And right around the corner is Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. And there's so much joy going around my lovely community. And I welcome everybody who has shown up this morning. We got some people that were here really early this morning. Dr. John in snowy Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Oh, I miss the snow. It's so beautiful. And Angela Morris saying Feliz Navidad to everyone. She's going to be dipping in and out. My neighbor David is in the house saying hello to everyone. We have such a wonderful group here. Char Williams in the house sharing the love and the joy. And we have G. Fontaine in the house from snowy Hudson Valley. Good for you. And look who's here. Michelle, I thought you disappeared. Missed a couple of Saturdays, but to sign in today, happy holiday to you. And the lovely, wonderful Nancy Trevino is in the house. Nancy, oh, look at her with her hair all done up, flowers in the background. Great to see you here. Ho, ho, ho. Holly's here. I'm here. Put up a video this week. It's a happy holiday. That's my Christmas card that I sent out. Didn't get too many views, but I sent it out anyway. And look who's here. But she thinks, so she speaks. Feliz Navidad in Charlotte. Hey, it's a little chilly here. I got on 2 pairs of pants. I got 3 pairs of socks on. I got on 3 hoodies, a dress shirt, and an undershirt, and I got my gloves on too. It's beautiful here. It's sunny. It's sunny here, partly cloudy. When I got up this morning, it was about 40 degrees through the week. I get up around 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking at 6:30. I always check the temperature before I go outside. So it's been between 36 to 41 degrees when I leave the apartment. But today it will go up to 68 degrees. Most of this week it's been up to 75 degrees. We're very fortunate. I'd rather be chilly than hot and sweaty. Davis is in the house. Going to be 84 degrees here today. Where are you, Davis? Have on a long sleeve shirt. Good for you. And Sammy D from Tennessee. It rhymes. Merry Christmas. So very cold here in Eastern Tennessee. We boomer sooner here. Welcome. And if you're new here, we get together every Saturday morning. Most weeks I take trips. Trips of towns and cities in Mexico. I share my video clips. I share with people the cost of living in these locations, where they are, what they look like. And so I always have clips available, but mainly we're here just to share the joys of living in Mexico. And, so if you're new here, ask questions, leave comments. You want to know about immigration, where you should live in Mexico. Can you bring your dogs down here? We get all the questions coming in here. So ask questions, leave comments. Most of all, hit that subscribe button because we have new content coming out all the time. at least a couple of times a week. We got Tanya in the house. I think she's in Seattle. I think she has horses. Happy holidays to you, Tanya. Welcome as usual. We got Russ in the house. Holly needs some mistletoe. Oh, she gets plenty of kissing. I'm in Mexico. Cool. Good for you. Where are you at? Liston Henry also lives in Morelia. Good morning to all listeners and Merry Christmas. Liston is somewhat new to the Morelia area. We got Mary Jane in the house. Also, Tooth Fairy, who is Tooth Fairy's in Atlanta, Georgia. What are you doing in Atlanta? Oh, visiting with my Hijo, which is her son, and her grandson, Nieto. And your Spanish is just right on the groove. Chris G in Chicago, in the Windy City, 23 degrees. That's chilly. Put some wind on that, and you got really chilly. You like that? Hey, look, and this hat even has a little bell. The hat has a little bell on it. I can you hear that? Can you hear the bell? Can you hear the bell? Ms. Matthews from Columbus, Ohio. Feliz Navidad, Davis. I'm in 2 hours south of Puebla. Okay, I have to check that out. And we got Lenora Wilson in the house. Lenora, always great to see you here. And I thank all of you for sharing. And I got a lot of video clips to share with you. This week, I went to this place. It's called Cuitzeo. And it was a beautiful trip. It's only about a 1 hour bus ride from downtown Morelia. And Cuitzeo is the name of a city, but it's also the name of a lake. And the lake Cuitzeo is the second largest natural water lake in Mexico. And it was a beautiful drive, not too long, not too short. And you go across the lake and then you get into the city. I've got some drone shots. They have a fabulous convent there that I really didn't want to go into, but I did go into it. It was fascinating. And the people that run the place, they were excellent. But I've got those video clips coming up shortly. So we'll get to those in a second. We got Kevin Winters. I'm in Colorado, but I wish I were there. Kevin, we wish that you were here also. And hey, on this Christmas week, I'm just happy to have high-speed internet, electricity. Our computers are running really good this morning, and we have high-speed internet. Next week, we'll be doing our New Year's presentation. We'll have lots of clips. We'll have lots of clips from trips that we took in 2024. Let's see what's going on over here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tanya. Thank you so much. Tanya just contributed to the channel. Thank you so much. That helps. And what Tanya did, she went down into the description and clicked the donate button and paid through PayPal. And once you click that button, you can use Visa, MasterCard, American Express. But Tanya, thank you so much for contributing to the channel and joining us again this Saturday. Okay, in a second here, I'm going to jump right into some fabulous video clips. You like my You like my outfit? You like the outfit? Good morning from New Orleans. Kirk. Kirk is in the house, New Orleans. Kirk, I've only been to New Orleans. New Orleans. I've only been there like one time. I was there for Thanksgiving. And I stayed at a hotel with 3 friends and my girlfriend at the time. I was living in San Francisco. And the food, if you haven't, that was my first time there. I've been all over the United States. But the food in New Orleans is out of this world, man. You can just eat greasy food and gain like 200 pounds in 4 days. And before I went there, the funny thing about New Orleans is that they say when you go to a restaurant, people just talk about what restaurant they're going to go to next. But I had a fabulous time. Okay, man, we got a bunch of people showing up this morning. Temple Moore, morning all. Just here in the desert Southwest, working on the purging of things. 1 month closer to the great escape. Hope all is well. Come on down. And I tell you, man, I don't own hardly anything. I own my computer stuff, some clothing. And that's all. That's all I own. Oh man, I've got so much to talk about. I really do have a lot to talk about. If you want to make money when you come to Mexico, and I'm just going to talk about many different things. This is all about the joys of living in Mexico. But I've discovered a new way in my mind to make money if you move to Mexico. Now, I'm in this somewhat wealthy community. I didn't know it was a wealthy community when I moved in here. But okay, so I'm walking. I take my walks pretty much every day up and down the street. So I know now I'm meeting neighbors. I know a lot of these people by name now. I know their dogs. I know their dogs' names. And I've been noticing like the guy across the street, he's always cleaning his car. He had a fabulous Honda SUV, and he's always out there cleaning the car and like washing the windows like every freaking day. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? This dude is a clean freak. And then the car disappeared. He had another brand new car. He's out there cleaning that. And then this week, the red brand new car, it's gone. Now he's got a brand new sporty silver Honda. And I've noticed that up and down the street. Like there were these people up at the end of the street and they had a Porsche SUV. I've never seen a Porsche SUV in my entire life in the United States, okay? So and then that disappeared, and then they had 2 big giant pickup trucks, a black one and a silver one with big giant tires. And it ends up on my street, a lot of people, I'm going to say there's like 5 or 6 families of people that just buy and sell cars. That's what they do. They buy and sell cars. I don't know where they find the cars. I don't know who they sell the cars to. I don't know how they find out how to sell or where to sell. But thinking back about 3 months ago, I was in a taxi and somehow me and the taxi driver were talking about cars, I asked the guy, can you get, because the taxi driver had been in the United States in Houston, Texas for 20 years and a cook, and he got deported, right? You hear that a lot. You meet Mexicans down here. They've been to the United States. They've been deported. That's why they're back in Mexico. But I said, well, if you could buy a car down here, can you pay monthly like in the United States? He says, oh, yeah. And he was talking about car prices and all that kind of stuff. And then he said, buying and selling cars is a business down here. And it just went right over my head. I really didn't even think about it. But people on my street, families, they just look like normal people. They're buying and selling cars. They make money like that. And I never thought of it. I'm not going to do it. I make YouTube videos. But if you come down here and you want to make some extra money, you can buy and sell cars. People do it. Okay, now, Mary Jane, good morning. Love the hat. You love the hat? Hey, thank you, Mary Jane. H in the groove. Love that name. I swear I didn't realize it's almost Christmas. Yes, it is. Get out of there. Head to the mall. Get busy. Rudy, hola. Have a great Christmas. Tell she, I said, Merry Christmas to you and her. Brian, pretty boy Maiden is in the house. Good for you. No falls in over a month, except for falling for all the beautiful people in the house. Oh, isn't he such a sweetie pie? Listen to Brian, pretty boy Maiden being all nice and everything. We got William Mustache Stone Man in the house. Buenos dias to you, and even the buck stops here. I think the familia is doing very well. Okay, I'm going to get to some video clips. And Ray Garcia in the house from El Paso, Texas. I'm telling you, since I've been in Morelia, I've been traveling a bit more. Jamie, great to see you here in the house. Merry Christmas, everyone. Jamie is in Montreal, I believe. The more trips that I take, I'm just seeing so many wonderful and beautiful parts of Mexico within a 3-hour bus ride of Morelia. Steve is in the house. Great to see you. Christmas is love, right? Woo, right. That's powerful. That's a powerful message, Steve. Woo, Steve getting deep on us. Right on. Christmas is love. Right on, dude. But I'm seeing there are so many beautiful, affordable, safe, clean places to live in Mexico, where you can just be so happy down here and enjoy each and every day, unless you're just, mean-hearted. But let's get right to it. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. So again, here's the map. Here's the map of where I went this week. Beautiful drive. This was my first drive in a bus north of Morelia. I'm headed north of Morelia. The bus ride cost me about $2.50. And let's come down here. Oh, okay. Okay. So, excuse me here. I'm trying to figure things out. Oh, where am I? What is this? Nope, that's not what I want. Okay. So all my trips start out like this. I'm in a taxi. This is Wednesday of this week. I'm headed to the bus station, and notice how the taxi driver has a nice snowman hanging from his rear view mirror and a Santa hat on the passenger side. So I get there, get on the bus, which was kind of a trip. I took a bus line I've never taken before, but the drive was beautiful. Now, the thing is, The bus driver wasn't very friendly. I wanted to make sure I was going where I wanted to go, and he wouldn't really tell me where the bus was going. But I tell you, and I had my ticket. I showed him my ticket. He said, just get on the bus. But the good thing was, and I tell you, when you're on a bus, it's very handy to have Google Maps on your phone so you can see where you are on the bus. And then you can see city by city where you're coming from, where you're going to. That's a very handy thing. And I knew that Cuitzeo was right after you got out of the lake. I knew that I was going to go across the lake, and I knew that as soon as I didn't see the lake anymore, it was time to get off of the bus. So, and that's what I did. It worked out very well. Let's see here. Come on now. Oh, okay. I'm lost here. I should have named these. Oh, there we go. Taxi. Here's another lake shot. There you go. Now that's what I call a beautiful trip. I take these trips and it's so much fun. Look at that. Actually, that's the lake right there, covered by vegetation. You got the lake, you have mountains, and I'm just enjoying being in the bus, seeing these excellent views. There you go, the lake, some more of the lake. And I know, and this was a nice trip because it was only like a 1 hour bus ride as opposed to 3 hours. And then you change buses and do another hour. It gets confusing. And it is somewhat stressful also. And here is my last part. And I know when I see solid land, it's time to get off of the bus. But it was just beautiful. And I'm going to show you the bus line in a minute. And the bus stations can be very confusing because I bought my ticket, and then I asked the guy, okay, what bus line am I going to be on? And he said, oh, this is the Yellow Arrow bus line. You'll go get on the Yellow Arrow bus line, which is Flecha Amarilla. Okay, so I go to get on the Flecha Amarilla bus, and that wasn't the bus. The good thing about the bus station here in Morelia is in front of all of where the buses are. They have a little person out there in a little blue suit. They're all wired up for sound and stuff, right? And you show them your ticket, and they'll tell you what bus to get on. And these people will look out for you. They know where you're going once you show them the ticket. And then when your bus rolls in, they'll say, here it is. So I'm going to get off the bus. Oh, and this is the bus station. And there's the bus line. There's my nasty bus driver who was a total a-hole. And there it was Coronadados bus line. First time I'd taken that bus line. The good thing about this bus line was that they had a bathroom on the bus. That's always somewhat comforting. And here is the bus station. Here is the bus station in Cuitzeo. I'm going to stop that and start it again. There you go. And this is a Pueblo Mágico, magical city or a magical town. Let's play that again. And notice those, all the buildings are white. The businesses are labeled with black letters. I'm going to play it again. Black letters. All the names start with a red A. And if you go to any Pueblo Magico around Morelia or in the state of Michoacan, this is how they decorate the cities. But that was the bus station. And this trip, I would strongly suggest this trip to anyone visiting Morelia because it's only 1 hour away. I think my bus ticket was like $1.25 to get there. 1 hour there. They have great food, great things to look at. I get to town, and this is the square. That is the town name, which is really hard to see with all of those colors and the Christmas tree right behind it. And that's in the background. You can see the convent. We're going to go in to the convent shortly, and the convent was a trip. But they have all kinds of stuff on the street. This guy's selling strawberries for 30 pesos for a kilo. That's like $1.50 a kilo. Whatever a kilo is, all kinds of shops, fresh bread to be bought on the corners. I mean, right out of the oven. Yeah, I'm talking about fresh bread. I'm going to go buy some of that at my little market on the corner shortly. And they're making fresh tortillas. And if you really like rotisserie, right next to the fresh bread was this place right here. Looky there. Woo, I'm going to stop that for a second. I'm going to stop that and play it again. You're going to see something here, and the rotisserie is going round and round. But right in the middle of the screen, you're going to see these big turkey legs. I've never seen that. I've seen them do chickens on here, whole chickens, but never these giant turkey legs. Check this out. See them in the middle there? They're going down. Those are giant turkey legs. And this is at about 10:30 in the morning. They've got all those chickens ready to go. They got flat chickens, round chickens, pollo ranchero, that's 140 pesos. Pierna de pavo, that is a turkey leg. That's like $6. A whole chicken for about $6.50. That's just that. We're just talking about the joys of living in Mexico. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I mean, I love Mexico. You can walk around, see stuff like that all the time. I start walking up and down the street. Dr. Carlos Castro. Now, they have two main streets. It looks like a lot of cars. It looks like a lot of traffic, but they have two one-way streets that go through the town. So if you get there, you're going to get off at that little bus station that I showed you. Just remember where that is, because a block away, they have another bus station that goes the other way and that will take you back to Morelia. So wherever you get off there to go see the city, just remember where you are, because a block away, you'll see a bunch of traffic. And on that same corner, a block away, there'll be the bus that goes back to Morelia. And that bus stop is on a corner. And so, but I'm going to say that the bus station, when I came back, is smaller than the bathroom in my apartment. And they have two people working in there. Okay. And I said, I want to take the bus to Morelia. And okay, so they sold me a ticket. So we talk, and they give me, we talk about stuff, and then the bus comes, and the guy has on a little blue suit, like it's a bus person suit. And he's out there and we're talking on the street. And he gave me the biggest compliment as I got on the bus. He said, he asked me, he said, "Are you a Mexican?" This is in Spanish. "Eres Mexicano? Eres Mexicano?" And I was blown away. Nobody has ever asked me in 20 years of living in Mexico. No one has ever asked me if I'm a Mexican. I said, "No, I'm not a Mexican," but I said, now I am a Mexican. That blew me away. He asked me if I was a Mexican. Right on, man. You know, I must be doing my stuff right. But anyway, this town was located. It's Cuitzeo. Cuitzeo. This is the second largest freshwater lake in Mexico. And the beauty of that is they have a lot of fresh fish that you can buy and eat. And this is just this is Wednesday. It's about 10:30, but look at that big fresh fish. What kind of fish is that? Lots of fresh fish. Having lived in Chapala, you can't really eat the fish in Chapala because the lake is so contaminated. But look at all of this fresh fish, extremely affordable, 10:30 in the morning. If you're a fish eater, and some people would call fish eaters Catholics. That's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it was all right here, good to go. And if you don't want any fish or rotisserie chicken, if you're like a Tooth Fairy and you don't eat meat or anything with eyes on it, then well, Tooth Fairy can't eat this. Look at the little legs, all fresh fish, fresh chicken. But look at the beautiful vegetables fresh from the farm. So chicken, fish, turkey legs, it's all right there for you in this wonderful town that I'm visiting. And of course, they have a fabulous, clean, accessible plaza with just, and this is 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock. They have like 3 churches on this plaza. We're going to explore 2 of them momentarily, and we're going to go into the convent, which was just a mind blower. The convent was out of this world. So let's get back. Let's see who is in the house. We got Katrina the Maker in the house, and Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. Everybody celebrates Christmas. Everybody. Helen Hall. Hi, all. Hi, Bill. Season's greetings, and the same to you. Helen Hall Rivers. Y'all. Hola todos. That means hi, everyone. SP, 1 kilo. Thank you. So, okay. So that's like 2 pounds of strawberries. We saw those strawberries. That's like 2.2 pounds of fresh strawberries for like $1.50. One of the joys of living in Mexico. How heartening is it to love to Mexico with a dog? Okay, Nancy, I'm trying to figure out what does that mean. How hard is it to love to Mexico with a dog? And let me say this. I'm going to put up a video within the next 10 days, and I'm going to title it, Do Mexicans Love Dogs? Or Do Mexicans Like Dogs? Because I talked with a gentleman this week who is moving to Mexico, and he wanted to know can I bring my dogs to Mexico? I'm going to say my street. I walk up street, down street, up street, down the street. It's about a half mile up, half mile back. And I'm going to say almost everybody on my street has a dog. And then when I walk to my grocery store, it's kind of a park, but there's always people walking, all these different kind of dogs in the park. And then I come out of the park, I go through this community, and all these people have dogs. They have dogs. I mean, Mexico is totally dog friendly. And the thing is, stray dogs, they don't have dog catchers down here. So if you're a stray dog, you just hang out. People give you food. They're kind to you. And you can see stray dogs all the time just sleeping on the sidewalk. And it just hit me this week. I was thinking, and you see lots of them just sleeping on the sidewalk. They're friendly dogs. If you walk up to them, they don't jerk like you're going to hit them or something like that. It's just because people treat dogs so well down here. You'll see dogs sleeping in the middle of the street with traffic because they know nobody's going to F with them. Nobody F's with dogs down here. People love the dogs. So if you love dogs, come on down with your dog and just be happy and enjoy. Yummy. Yeah, there's yummy food in Mexico. And also, I've been seeing more and more Mexicans. I've been in Mexico like what, 20 years almost. And in Morelia, I'm noticing that there are a lot of Mexicans in Morelia that eat a little too much. I'm just now noticing it, but you do see many people here that are overweight. Oh, they do. Yeah, there's a lot of thin people, but there's a lot of overweight people down here. I saw a lady this week out in front of my grocery store, and this woman, I'm walking out of the grocery store, and her butt had to be about 3 feet wide. I mean, I'm serious. 3 foot wide, maybe it was 3.5 feet with some tight jeans. She had tight new jeans on. And I looked down at that booty and I said, woo, wow, woo. I was amazed. She ought to be in a circus. And then I thought to myself, where do you buy jeans to fit that big booty? I had no idea, but yeah, you see some big people down here. I don't know how you can eat that many tacos. I don't know. And how hard is it to move to Mexico with a dog? I don't know about getting the dog here. I don't know if the dog needs special papers. Also, when you see dogs down here, you may see collars, but you don't see any I mean, I owned many a dog in the United States, and you always had to have dog tags. If the dog people find a dog with no dog tags, they take it away, kill it. That don't happen here. You don't get dog tags down here. And as far as taking care of your dog medically, they have veterinarians all over the place in Mexico, easy to find, and most of the veterinarians also sell dog food. All right. Is that grilled chicken spicy? I'm going to say no. It's going to be rich. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be good to eat. But any spices, you're going to have to put it on yourself. And look who's here. I think she's in Indonesia, this girl. One day she's in Morelia. One day she's in Italy. Then it gets cold in Italy and she goes to Indonesia to see her son. She hangs out with Elon Musk. Elon Musk sends her a jet, and Elon, I want to go to Indonesia, but great to see you in the house, La Dolce Vita and SP. Do you have recipe favorite for spicy styled chicken? No, but I tell you what, I did buy some hot sauce. Hold on a second. Let me grab this hot sauce. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I bought some new hot sauce about 10 days ago, and here it is. Dun, 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 dun. Got a little too much reflection there. It's called La Anita Habanero. La Anita Habanero. Verde. There it is right there. This stuff is good. It's not too hot, not too spicy. It does the job. I put it on just about everything. But then this week at the grocery store, I bought one of these. These things are tricky because I bought one of these and they're kind of yellow, greenish. And I bought these for years down here, and they've never been like real spicy. But you buy these things and beware, because they will light you up. I mixed my hamburger that I'm going to make my Thai onions, and these all chopped up in there. I had to pull all of these out because they was hitting it and getting it, man. No, I don't have a spicy style chicken thing groove. That groove, I have not hit that groove. And Mary Jane, thank you so much to contributing to the channel for this special edition of our Christmas broadcast. Thank you so much for your support. Feliz Navidad T. We got David. What are you talking about? I didn't know turkeys got that big until I got to Mexico. And David, you told me that we were going live before Thanksgiving, and David said, and did you see the big turkeys downtown? Yeah, they grow the turkeys big. They grow turkeys so big in Mexico that sometimes they use them instead of donkeys. Wow, I love fish. Lots of fresh fish, yes. And Ken in Miami, Feliz Navidad to you. Axel Foley, good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas. And Brian Maiden, something happened. Something, here we go. What happened? Here we go. And Brian Maiden, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. That's greatly appreciated. As always, Brian, pretty boy Maiden. Sammy, I know that smelled amazing with the birds and the bread. This town was fabulous. It was beautiful. It's a Pueblo Magico. There are 8 or 9 Pueblo Magicos surrounding Morelia. They are all beautiful. It's worth it to come to Morelia for 2 weeks just to visit these Pueblos Magicos. They all have pyramids and convents and great places to eat. Carnitas, which is slow cooked pork, which is fabulous. And yeah, man. So whatever, yeah. Tooth Fairy, enjoy the Atlanta. I'm in the beautiful SWAT. I don't know what SWAT is. Wow. I want to meet that lady. Did you get her? What lady? Oh, that big lady. No, I almost took a picture. I have a pretty long story about getting my 2 dogs across the border. It turned out it wasn't a problem. I didn't think it would be. Thank you, David. Yeah, Bill, my fellow buckler, I loving your Christmas crown. I donated to your direct website last week. I hope you got every penny. Yes, I did. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for contributing to the channel this wonderful Christmas day. Oh, I love a good green hot sauce. Love enchiladas. Bear they also green enchiladas. Sammy. Oh, and go Bowls. Oh, yeah. Okay, and he's talking about the Volunteers of Tennessee play the Ohio State University tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's what he's talking about. I think Tennessee might beat Ohio State because Ohio State is a choke team. They choke on the big games. First time I visited Mexico, I fell in love with Tajín. It's a popular lime seasoning. They also top off margaritas with Tajín. Very good stuff. Okay, let me go back to the refrigerator. Okay. So for you people that are much more well-traveled in Mexico than I am, I'm going to show you a hot sauce that I had never seen. I've been here, Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Chapala, Ajijic, El Arenal, Mazatlan, Morelia, and all these towns that I visit almost every week. When I first got to Morelia, I was staying in an Airbnb in El Centro, that's the middle of town, and I got a sandwich. You'd call them a torta down here. It was very tasty torta, but with the torta, they gave me some hot sauce, and I didn't know what it was. It was the first time I had ever seen it, and I think that this hot sauce is specific to Michoacan. I think it's specific to the state of Michoacan. Let me show you what it looks like. Here you go. Now, what this is you got a bunch of hot peppers, really hot peppers that settle to the bottom, and above it's like some kind of oil. I don't know if it's olive oil or just regular oil, but they let the hot peppers soak in the hot peppers, and you don't eat the peppers. There's a liquid on the top that I really can't show you without spilling this, but this stuff is hot and it's very tasty. And if I don't have this in the house, I feel incomplete, because this is the stuff right here. And you'll see it at the little tiendas. They don't sell this in grocery stores. You have to go into the small groceries, or not even groceries, the little mom and pop places, and they will have this stuff. Very affordable. And don't eat the peppers. You just dip a spoon and use it sparingly, because if you're not sparingly with it, it will light you up. And you eat some of this, the next day you go to the bathroom. Woo! You better have some yeah. Woo! I'm just saying. Okay. There's some hot sauce advice there. Gail is in the house. There are hot springs and water parks in Juan de Carrillo, just west. Oh, cool. Wonder if there's a bus to take you. I'm sure there is. And if a regular, I'm sure there is buses go everywhere in Mexico, if not a bus, a combi or a taxi. Okay, here we go. Steve, I've heard that in Istanbul, people cannot own a cat. So all the cats that are roaming that city are required to be cared for by all citizens. Sounds like your dogs in Mexico. Very good. Love that sauce. Reminds me of the Chinese chili sauce. I put it on everything. It's really, really good. Bill, do you need a space heater for Christmas? Or maybe you just like to be cozy with your hoodies and gloves? I could, Tanya, I could use a space heater, but I love leaving all of my windows open all day. I like the fresh air. So I'm very comfortable throwing on 3 or 4 hoodies, and I'm totally warm. I don't mind wearing 3 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of sweatpants, 3 hoodies. I'm mobile, and my electric bill stays non-existent. So, also, before I went out and bought some new hoodies and sweatpants, I got on Amazon and I looked up electric hoodies and electric sweatpants, and I could get an electric rechargeable hoodie on Amazon between $50 to $100. You get a whole suit for $100. You could get a total electric suit, $100. But for $30, I can get like 3 pair of sweatpants and 3 hoodies and just be warm. So anyway, that's so I'm good. In fact, I'm ready to take. Excuse me. It's time to layer down. Hold on. I'm going to layer down here. It's warming up. Woo! Talking about that hot sauce just got me all hot and bothered. Woo! Oh, here we go. Woo! Oh man, this hoodie like me. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Woohoo. Ho 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 ho. Ho ho ho. Oh, let me. Okay. Oh yeah. Woo. Oh, it's getting hot. All that talking about that hot sauce, it got me all lit up. All right, here we go. We got Johnny Williams in the house. Merry Christmas, Brother Bill. Wishing you all the best in life and happiness, peace, and blessing always. Same to you, Johnny. And then, David, hey, man. Eat some of that salsa, and you'll probably shed at least. That's funny, David. Yeah, man. Just talking about it lights me up. And she thinks, so she speaks. A little something for your Christmas stocking. Thank you for this community and sharing your travels. Those little peppers are great on pizzas. Oh, yeah. And I met, she thinks, so she speaks. Thank you so much. You're here every week. And thank you for contributing to the channel. This is how we pay our rent. And just all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for good tips on the hot sauce memory food. When you go to the toilet later, you'll remember what you ate. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I used to think that Tabasco sauce was hot sauce. Tabasco, that's like garbage. Tabasco sauce is garbage. I mean, Mexicans know how to make some hot sauce, man. Woo! Axel Foley. Bill, what are you and Holly doing on Christmas Day? Oh, we're going to chill out. Wednesday, Christmas is on Wednesday, I think, and Wednesday I try to make it my travel day, but I'm not traveling on Christmas. So we'll just be sitting here planning out what videos we're going to make in January. I think 2025 for the channel will be a very good year. I think I've learned a lot about making videos, where to go, how long to stay, what to see, how to edit better. And I'll probably I might rent a couple of movies, me and Holly just hanging out, chilling, eating hot food, something like that, just chilling out and enjoying life. And I haven't really said it, but living in Mexico is fabulous. Yeah, okay. Axel Foley. Oh, yeah, I did that. Verlaine. Good morning, Verlaine. Where are you? Are you back in Canada still? Dominique's Diversities. Good morning, all. Agreed. It's awesome. I had it on my tacos in Centro last night. And Dominique is another one of my new neighbors living down here in Morelia. We'll have to hook up Dominique. We'll have to have our little community get together. Great to see you. She is somewhat new. H in the groove. I'm in Oklahoma with a space heater inches away from my old flat feet. Hoodies don't heat my feet. On Amazon, they have electric socks. Dave James, thank you for contributing to the channel this Christmas broadcast. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm back in Canada. Okay, so we got some more clips to show. We have some more clips to show for those of you that showed up late after 10 a.m. Just a recap here. Oh, let's see. Let's go up here. We went to Cuitzeo. That's a 40. They say if you drive there, it's 38 minutes. The bus is going to take about an hour. It was a short, and that was really cool that was such a short drive. Hold on. And here we go. Hold on. What is this? Here we go. And here is what the city looks like. That's the gazebo on the right. We're in the plaza. That's one church you can go into. I didn't go in there. What you're seeing now is the convent. I'll be putting up a video. This convent, that is a convent. It is huge and it was fascinating. It cost like $3 to go in. I'm right in front of the convent. Here is the convent itself. They must have had like 100 nuns living in the convent. And I've got shots of the inside coming up. I went in. I wasn't going to go in. There it is again. And I'm putting up a video on this week. This convent is called the Augustinian Convent, or the Santa Maria Magdalena Convent. They started construction on this in the year 1500. How many years ago is that? It's like 500 and something years. But I had no idea the size of this city, but it's not a small town. I've been into many pueblos magicos around the Morelia area, and this city, I could live here. There's a church. We're going to go into that church right off of the plaza, but this was actually a city right on the lake. It was very peaceful, and the people, as always, were very friendly. Here is the ground view of the convent. And inside, you're going to see, I'm going to show you some stuff here in a minute. I found it shocking. There's a church in there. I went into the church, and those little oval-like doors on the right, you go in there, and it's a museum. And there was a lady in there. She was about my age, but she was hot. She was really hot. I think she was a major donor to the convent, but she spoke English, and she wanted to speak English with me. And I said, well, what is this place? I said, what is this place? Oh, she said, this is the convent. And I said, well, what's in there? And she said, well, you go, we have a bunch of art, a bunch of rooms, and they have artifacts, paintings. Just to see the convent itself is a rocker. It costs like $3.50 to get in, like 70 pesos. And so I pulled out my senior citizen discount card and gave them that. And they were very honest people. They said, oh, you get in for free. I said, cool. So the convent, this is like 11 o'clock in the morning, 11:15. The rooms were kind of dark and dingy. So this little lady who worked behind the desk, not the rich hot chick, she says, follow me. And she pointed into this room, and she went in there and turned the lights on so I could see all the paintings. And then I walked around and looked at stuff. And after she saw that I had seen all the stuff on the first floor, she looked at me. She said, come with me, come with me. She said, go up the steps. So I go up these steps, and that's where all the nuns used to live. That was shocking. But let's show you. Okay. Here I'm walking around the plaza. And the more I go to these plazas, this is around 11 o'clock, 11:15 in the morning, just people sitting in the little chairs around the plaza, just maybe talking to each other. A lot of young people. The more traveling that I'm doing, as opposed to living in a senior citizen environment, I'm loving being around all these young people. And they had a UNESCO office, and Pueblo Magico since 1550. Even though there's a sign in the convent that says 1500. Here we go. Back to the plaza. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. Everything's very beautiful, totally green, totally well kept. No trash anywhere. I could definitely live here. I mean, I don't need much. I don't go out much. I don't go to bars. I don't need disco dancing every night. As long as I have high-speed internet, I'm good to go. Just give me some high-speed internet and some fresh fish and maybe some rotisserie chicken and some fresh bread and some butter and some cerveza. Yeah, I'm good. High speed internet, maybe some cable TV, maybe some YouTube. So here is the sign. This is outside. Oh, now it says Pueblo Magico. It looks like they started this Pueblo Magico in 2017. Professor Juan Mascote Seisento, Presidente Municipal. There you go. And just a little bit more here. I mean, my function at the Bill Dallas Lewis channel is to take videos like this, and the experience of just being there in all this peace with food to eat that's very affordable. You want to see some food right off of the plaza, right off of the plaza. They're selling stuff, leather shoes. This young lady right there, she's selling fresh tamales, a little dog, no chain, totally friendly. She has fresh tamales. This is just a string of places to eat. Here you go. Here you go, Brian Maiden. Check this out. Pretty boy Maiden, look at this. Fresh tacos. These are cow tacos. There you go. Fresh cow meat. Look at that. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Oh, yeah. I had 8 of those. I ate them in like 10 minutes. They were delicioso. Oh, I'm getting flashes. I ate one of them rotisserie chickens, and I had 2 turkey legs. I had 10 tacos. Then I drank a bottle of tequila. I fell out in the plaza, and when I woke up, some dogs were just over licking me on the face, telling me to wake up, wake up. I think they spoke English. Maybe it was just the tequila talking. Woo, let me write down what number that was. But I'm going to put up a video probably Monday going in depth into this fabulous place to visit or to stay. Let me go back and let's see what's going on with comments here. Nancy Trevino, thank you so much. Here's something for your Feliz Año Nuevo. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Dominique, sounds great. I got here last month and just extended my stay till May. Loving it. Yeah. Go to my webpage, buildgeek.org. Find my email address, and we'll do breakfast. I do breakfast with people in our group all the time. La Dolce Vita, we did breakfast. I need to have breakfast with Dave and with Tooth Fairy and with Liston Henry. Michelle, I had Dominique. There's another Dominique in the group, had breakfast with her 2 times. Michelle. So, yeah, let's do that. Drop me a line. Doc, Ola Bills, Doc from Atlanta, checking into the channel. Merry Christmas and ho, ho, ho to you, Doc. La Dolce Vita. What's the name of the town with the convent? Oh, why do you ask complicated questions? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it just so happens that I do know. So let me show you the name of the town right here. This is the name of the town. Cuitzeo. That is the name of the town with the convent All you have to do is find the plaza, which is not hard to find. It's right in the middle of town. And the convent is right off the plaza. You cannot miss it. It's fabulous. And convents, that whole Catholic Church thing is in Mexico is just a total experience. And for me, it's just like it was 1500. They started construction in 1500. That's like 1492. 1492 is when Columbus hit Florida. So like 8 years later, the Spanish found this town in the middle of Mexico, out in the middle of nowhere on this lake. And they built these cathedrals all over Mexico, 12,000 of them, beginning back in the 1500s. Whatever. Let's see where I stopped off here. Yeah, you guys saw that. You saw the food. Okay, this is one of the churches, just one of the churches off of the plaza with flowers for the holidays. They had fabulous paintings in here. Almost every cathedral that I've gone into has been totally different. Now here's something really different. This is the plaza. There's the gazebo, and up in the gazebo they have the nativity stuff up there. And I have pictures of all. They had many different statues, but I don't, being from Ohio. In Mexico, for many of these nativity scenes, they will have elephants and giraffes. They might have a lion in their nativity scene. Elephants, giraffes, just like stuff from Africa with Jesus. Jesus with an elephant and a giraffe. We didn't do that in Ohio. You might have Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus, in some hay, but we never had elephant. With Jesus. Here's an elephant and a giraffe. They do that all the time in Mexico. And here again is the right in front of the convent with this giant Christmas tree, the beautiful flowers and gifts for everyone in town. I grabbed one. It had a microwave oven in it, and I picked up another one. Had a big screen TV in there. I was so happy to visit this town. And here's the name of the convent: Antiguo Convento de Santa Maria Magdalena de Cuitzeo. And there's a total map of the museum. And it's all in Spanish. This is none of that bilingual English-Spanish stuff. This is all in Spanish. I gotta check something out here. Let's see. I gotta check something out. And I just got another. Somebody else just clicked the donation button and sent me money through email as a special gift from Norland C. Williams. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel, this fine pre-holiday broadcast. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for contributing. Thanks everybody for being here. We got 72 people in the house. We have 33 likes. people were contributing to the channel so I can make these trips. We're going to make a lot of trips in 2025. And next week is going to be our January 2025 kickoff broadcast. And we're going to show a lot of clips from what happened in 2024. I've only been in Morelia for 6 months. Morelia has changed my life. It really has. And the channel is growing slowly. We're about 150 subscribers from 13,000. So I think moving ahead, things are going to be better. I mean, I'm better videos, more higher quality videos, more information. I'm going to eat. When I go out on the road, I'm going to eat food and show videos of me eating the food. So 2025, I'm looking forward to it. This is just a wonderful life. And thank you guys for making this all happen. Thanks for making this happen for me. So now, here we go. Now, here is the convent. There you go. They started construction in the year. I'm going to show you some stuff now that will blow your mind. Look at the architecture. Look at this. Look at that. And in the convent, they have many different gardens. This is where the nuns were staying. I've got some shocking stuff to show you where the nuns were staying. Look at that architecture. We don't have these in Ohio. All we have is buckeye trees. Okay. Now, I told you earlier that the helper lady now let me say this first. I talked to the lady at the front desk, or what's inside of there, how much it costs. I had to sign in. They wanted money, show them the senior citizens discount card. I got in for free. Some of these museums, I go in and I'm out in like 10 minutes. This place, I got in there and I couldn't leave. I was walking around there by myself. And I tell you what, I swear to God, I'm going to show you something in a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, where? Okay, I'll get there in a second. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay. The place was so big. On the way out, I was lost. And I thought I was going to have to scream and say, help me, I don't know the way out. That's how big the place was. I was literally scared, okay? Okay, so when I was leaving, I'd seen so much stuff in the convent, and the architecture was so fabulous, and the way the place was set up was so mind-provoking that when I went to leave, I was going to give him like $10. I said, "Oh, here's $10, 200 pesos," because this was wonderful, and they wouldn't take my money. There were 3 of them out there. They said no, no money. They wouldn't let me pay. It was one of the best experiences I've had in Mexico in a long time. Now, what am I doing? I got to make a note here as far as where I am. Okay. Okay. That's good. And let's go to comments. Okay. Okay. Okay, there you go. Bear Lane, just watching with grandson Axel Ola, and Johnny Frog Foster. Hey, Bill, You don't have a heater? You look cold with all those clothes on inside. Actually, these clothes are keeping me very warm, and I'm not spending money for electricity. Lenora Wills, oh no, Bill, is Molly rubbing off on you? Probably. On horse duty again at the horse retirement pasture. My horse is retired, so I'm looking forward to riding in Mexico, visiting PV in June. I love horses. I grew up kind of in the country, and the people down the street had a small horse. His name was General. And I used to go down there like 3 times a week and brush General. And my mom had 5 or 6 sisters in Mount Vernon, Ohio. And that's where my grandma lived, Mount Vernon, Ohio. My favorite aunt was Aunt Jenny. She was the youngest sister. All of them, their last name was Sharp. And they were all very beautiful women. Beautiful women. But sometimes we would go to Mount Vernon, about 60 miles away from Columbus, Ohio, country town. And Aunt Jenny would say, let's go horseback riding. We'd say, okay. And she would take us to this farm, and you would give the people like $1.50, and you could ride for an hour. Not like today where you give them some money and they put you on a horse and some guy's walking with a rope in front of you. We were out there. We were just little kids. $1.50. We had our own horses for an hour. And it was just yippee yay, ki-yo through the woods, galloping with the horses, the wind going through. I mean, I love the big horses, little kids on big. And the big story was, I love horses so much. Yeah, I'm going off. But when we would go visit Grandma and Aunt Jenny, I lived in the ghetto in Columbus, Ohio, in an apartment. I was in the 2nd, 3rd grade. And one morning I had a dream before I woke up. And I had my own horse out in this big field of trees. Those are my own horse. I was riding around, and I woke up that morning. I was so happy because I was going to go ride my horse. And I looked out my window. I was in the ghetto in Columbus, Ohio. What a way to start that Saturday morning. But yeah, Tanya. Oh yeah, I went off, folks. I'm sorry. Hey, Bill, I would love to get together with everyone for breakfast. If you want to set it up. Thank you very much, David. Let's put that on the agenda for January. Listen, Bill, that sounds great. Schedule an invite at your convenience to have that breakfast. Okay, right on, man. Oh, we got a party started now. We're going to have a party. We're going to have to do tequila shots. Hey, smoke some doobies. Brian Maiden, I'm really thinking about coming to Morelia in February. Brian, if you can, Brian, push that back for about 2 months. And Brian, I only say that because this week, every day this week, it was like 36 degrees in the morning, 37 degrees. This morning it was 40 degrees, which is a little chilly. That's why I have all these hoodies on. But you can see it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer in here. So I'm saying if you come down in March or April, then I'm thinking that it might be like 50, 55 late at night, early in the morning. But then it's going to go up to like 75, 80 today. Here it's going to go up to 68. But if I were you, I would not come down in February. I would wait at least February, January, February, March, end of March, April. I would consider those options. Okay, now. Okay. Cortez landed in Veracruz in 1519. Cuitzeo had to be around 1550. But the sign on the convent says 1500. That's what the sign said, 1500. Davis, I used the La Anita Habanero Liguera red hot sauce. Try it. I will. Thank you so much, Davis, for the trip. Those look like banana peppers. Yes, they are. And Marco in Chicago, great to see you here. And let me say this before I go any further. Marco gave me a list of fabulous places to visit around Morelia, and that's what I've been doing. But this week, he sent me a suggestion of a concept of a video to make, and it's about what happens if you get busted and you're illegal in Mexico with your visa expired or whatever, what can happen to you. So with his question about that, he sent me a video that talks about that. So I'm going to make the video. So if you guys have ideas for videos, drop me an email. Give me your idea. I'll try to cover it. If it's not too far away or too expensive. And Axel Foley, thank you so much. Axel Foley is one of our longtime subscribers. You got Crapo, Dr. John, Pretty Boy Brian, Maiden, Axel Foley. People have been around forever. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Ooh, are you new? Elizabeth Sugar Martinez. Hey, girl. Bill the Geek. You are a riot. You go. Merry Christmas, Elizabeth Sugar Martinez. Oh, right on, girl. And then we got Mary Jane. Mary J. Super sticker for $19.99. Thank you so much. Horses are majestic. They bring joy. Maybe we can ride in Morelia somewhere in the new year. Love your horse stories. Gotta go. Adios, Tanya. Thank you so much. Michelle, David, that is a great idea. Getting together for breakfast. So we got a party going now. Your story of eating and waking with dogs that cracked me up, tears in my eyes. Merry Christmas to you, Steve in Kansas City. Hey, fam, do the Buckster a favor, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Buck. And 1972 NYC. I think there's a lot of depression in the U.S. because they can't go anywhere else. Hey, man, I tell you what, 1972 NYC. I remember I came down here 20 years ago, and I was living in San Francisco for 5 years, decided to give Columbus, Ohio another chance. So I went to Columbus, Ohio for 6 months, and it was depressing. Columbus, Ohio was depressing me. I was getting depressed. And then I started my business where I could work online, live anywhere in the world. And I remembered Mexico from my college stay there for 9 weeks. And I remembered how happy I was. And in February of that year, I got on a plane with my clothing and my computers and went to Mexico and never went back. I went back for my dad's funeral, for my mom's funeral. But other than that, no, man, I'm happy down here in Mexico. Every day there's just, in Columbus, Ohio, there was just so much negativity and anger and people doing the same thing I'd seen them doing like forever. Mexico is fabulous, especially if you don't watch the television in the United States, have something to do with your mind, be creative, doing something. Great weather. The people are so friendly. 99.99% of the people down here are excellently friendly. And I'm going to go, I got to say, usually on Saturdays, I go to my favorite. Let me fix my hat. Let me fix my hat. What's going on? Yeah. Here we go. Can you hear the bells? Yeah, they got bells on the hat. Sure. Usually on Saturdays, I go to the market. La Comer is a giant, beautiful market. And I probably go there 3 or 4 times a week just because I really enjoy it. They always have great music, and it's all. I'm just going to say most of it is like American music. Now they have Christmas music going on. Last week they had Tom Jones. For those of you that can remember, Tom Jones. They're playing the song with Tom Jones. But it was the symphony version. It's not unusual to do. And whenever I go to this market, I just feel so good. I went there last Saturday, but it was so busy I couldn't even get a taxi. It took me a half an hour. I'm not going today. But I love going to La Comer. Tooth Fairy will tell you that place it's so relaxing, and they have beautiful women. All the beautiful women that have wealthy husbands, because all these beautiful women, they got brand new car. They're shopping at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know that they got a man paying for all their stuff because they looking all good and they're shopping at 11 o'clock in the morning. So you know they ain't got no job, and they're getting into a BMW, a Mercedes, an Audi, or something like that to drive Honda to get out of there. But anyway, it's just such a. I go there. I would go there today, but just too many people. Okay, now here we go. The Buckster. Here we go, Sammy. We've all been there. At least little kids weren't standing around him checking to see if Bill was dead. That's funny. Ray Garcia. I agree with your statement. I've been traveling to Mexico for 3 years and planning to move there soon. I think I'm all caught up with messages. Let's go back to the convent. And let's find this over here. I still have more clips. Okay, so inside. Oh, no. Okay. Now, this is the front side of the convent, built in the year 1500. Look at these pillars. And over to the left, you see those doors, those big wooden doors, and they have beautiful artwork. And you can see it's really old. It's so old that it's turning to black and white and falling off of the walls. And inside the convent church, they have these serious statues. These are cement statues and oil painting. Some cathedrals that are on the cheap will have plastic statues, and the artwork is not all that great. And going out of the church, in the back, when you're walking out of the cathedral, always look up and see if there's an organ up there. Look at that organ. I mean, that thing's got to be like 7 foot tall. Look at that. I'd like to hear that sucker cranked up. I bet Stevie Wonder, he put Stevie wonder on that organ, you're going to hear some really good stuff. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That is in the convent. Now, so then we go into the museum, and they have all of these original works, statues, paintings, all oil paintings with the descriptions of what is what and who is who. Now, there's conversation going around, or has been, about Jesus was actually a person of color. Now, and you can look it up, get on YouTube, and like, what did Jesus look like, and when did the change happen? But after going to the convent, I was watching videos talking about, and it was like the Catholic Church around the year 300, 400, 500 decided that they were going to make Jesus have blonde hair and blue eyes. It was like a marketing decision. Seriously, you can look it up. Just look it up. And they say if you look hard enough, you'll see, because, I mean, he was in Palestine. You'd have to be the freak of the week to be the blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy walking around Palestine. But anyway, here is this painting here of Jesus right there. Brown eyes, brown hair, a man of kind of like Greek, Italian, with a dark beard. Not modern day Catholicism painting right there. But it was fascinating going in to the cathedral, seeing outside of the cathedral, and here are the steps. The lady told me, go up the steps. Go up the steps. I'm going to show you some freaky stuff here in a minute. This is where the nuns stayed. It's a convent. And this is a painting and that's kind of freaky right there. There's Jesus, I don't know, with clothes on. And outside, when you walk around, and on the second story, there are all these little doors. All these little doors where the nuns would stay. But look at the beautiful surroundings. Imagine living in there like 400 years ago. That would have been 1600. What would that be? But where did the nuns go to the bathroom? Where did the nuns go to the bathroom? Here you go. Let's go in. Let's go into the bathroom. This was the only bathroom I saw. There you go. The original nun's bathroom. Thank God for the wood. If that would have been marble, them girls' buns would have been freezing in the wintertime. But they were smart enough to make those little toilets out of wood. That's pretty freaky deaky. But I've been to Ephesus in Turkey, and they have the bathrooms there. I think I still have pictures of those, but here's what the hallways look like. That whole floor is just little doors. You can see those little doors. This is where the ladies in the convent stayed. I want to do some research as to what they would do in the daytime. The rooms all had high ceilings with one window, but here's something else to do the research on. I did a tour through Morelia with a very good tour guide, And we went into the cathedral. He was very good with the history of the church. I didn't know that priest. It was like the oldest, and to keep priests going, the oldest son in the family, it was mandatory that that oldest son become a priest. And then he went in depth onto how they found the nuns, how were nuns voluntary. But I tell you what, check this out. I'm going to show you something that was on every little door, every little room you saw where the nuns would stay. Each door had one of these on them. That's a serious lock. And that needs a serious key to get in and out. And the tour that I had in Morelia, the tour guy said, yeah, they would lock the nuns up at night. And he gave reasons like they didn't want them to escape, which is just I mean, yeah. And I was wondering if do they have ghosts? I wonder if they have ghosts at the convent. Okay, so I'm walking out. I found my way out, and then I'm going to show you this. But I'm going to show you this. I have no clue what this means. I've been into a lot of cathedrals. I've studied Christian mysticism, but what I'm going to show you now, I've never seen in a cathedral. Check this out. Look at this. There's a cross, and this is going when you're leaving to go down the steps. It's a cross, and then below the cross, you have a skull, and then you have the crossbones. I've never seen that in any version of Christianity. I have no clue what that is, but also look at the beautiful decorations that they have in the ceiling. Real quick, let me go back just for a second. Come on. No, that's not it. I'm looking for something. Here we go. Again, this is the name of the convent. It's going to the city of Cuitzeo. You could spend an hour and a half just walking around and okay, and there, it says fecha de it says 1550, just like my man said, and I corrected him and I said 1500. Something in there said 1500, but the sign there said 1550. Whatever. So anyway, that's how your contributions were used this week, so I could make that trip and take these fabulous beautifuls to share with you the joys of living in Mexico. Now, here we go. La Dolce Vita. Bill, you're right. They started changing a lot of the statues to be lighter. Here in southern Italy, there are still a lot of darker Madonnas and Jesuses. Yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip. It's not only a trip, it's a head trip. You go, Billy. Tu eres fantastico. And that means you are fantastic. Thank you very much, Tooth Fairy. Well, that's all I got. That's all I got. I have no more videos, and we're almost at 2 hours. Let me check my list here. And okay, now okay. Oh, I got a couple of more things to say. A couple more things to say. Char Williams contacted me And she wanted to know because my landlord, not my landlord, but when I came to Morelia, I got an Airbnb, and the owner of the Airbnb helped me find this apartment. I love this apartment. I love the neighborhood. Char Williams says, "Hey, can you hook me up with that Airbnb guy? And maybe he could help me find an apartment." But that's not what he does for a living. And he only has 2 Airbnbs. His family has 2. I told her to contact Rosie. Rosie has helped many people. I've only been here 6 months. She's helped 5 or 6 people that are subscribers find apartments here in Morelia. And to find Rosie, just go to buildthegeek.org, click on FAQs, and all of her information is at the top of the page. Her phone number, her email, and she has a website. I've done 3 interviews with Rosie. I had breakfast with Rosie. She's from Morelia, lived in Dallas, Texas for 17 years. She's so full of life and so enjoyable. She gives tours of Morelia. She can help you with your immigration needs. So that's on my list of things to discuss. They celebrate Christmas differently here in Mexico. When I was growing up, we would go to one of my grandma's house. We opened gifts. We all did that differently. At my mom's house, it was Christmas Day. Be like 40 people in the house. And we would open gifts on Christmas Day by age, with the youngest people going first all the way up till you got to grandma. She got the most gifts. She was old. It would take her 2 hours to open her gifts, which was always really boring. But that all happened on Christmas Day, and then we would eat a big dinner. That was all on Christmas Day. On Christmas Eve, in most homes in Mexico, Christmas Eve is the day of getting together, the big celebration, and opening gifts on Christmas Eve. And on the day of Christmas, pretty much people don't do diddly squat. They just stay at the crib, play with their gifts, and watch TV. Maybe but it's not a big hey, and I don't know, because everybody does Christmas different. So whatever, that's my understanding. And then on January 6th, a big day, January 6th is like the day of the kids. And that's another big gift giving day for kids. Yet I think that most of the significant gifts to kids are given on Christmas Eve. I think on the 6th of January, the kids get the bullshit gifts. They're like trinkets. I don't know, unless you're Elon Musk's kids. If you're one of Elon Musk's 14 kids, then you get a new Corvette, like on Christmas Eve and on January 6th, new Corvette. Okay, now, also on my list here, I got a couple of things on my list. 2 more things on my list. Let's go back to comments real quick. Okay. Ciao a tutti. Hope to see you later this year. Enjoy. Thank you. La Dolce Vita. Axel Foley. When I was in the military, I visited the Black Madonna in Spain. The statue was black. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I tell you what, I was in London. I was in the home of Shakespeare. And you go and see his statue in his home in Sheffield. I think it's Sheffield, England. And Shakespeare's black as a mofo. I mean, I don't see how cement can age and turn black like that. But Shakespeare black as a mofo. Oh, and also it's very interesting. I'm not saying anything. I'm freelance. I don't have a religion. I have my own religion. I made it up. But do some research on the history of Mary Magdalene, because in the Catholic Church says she was a prostitute. But if you do the research and go through all biblical studies and history, there is no evidence anywhere that she was a prostitute. And the Catholic Church just made all that up to keep the Catholic Church all guys. Whatever. I'm just saying. Okay. Also on my list of things to talking about. I'm getting ready to close out here, but I'm going to close this broadcast with a very special story. And maybe I told the story last year, but I'm going to close it out with this story. I'm getting ready to get out of here. First of all, but before I close this out, I want to say thanks for everyone for joining us for this Christmas broadcast. Thank you for sharing your questions and comments. Thanks for clicking the like button, for contributing to the channel so that we can keep this going. But I have one story to tell, man. Maybe I told it last year. I remember growing up in Columbus, Ohio, and many Christmases we would go to visit my grandmother in Marysville, Ohio. And my grandmother, she had 5 husbands. They all died, and each one left her money. Cornetta. Her name was Cornetta, and she was beautiful. Even when she was like 80 years old, she was drop dead gorgeous. And so I remember one week, and Marysville is about a 1-hour drive from Columbus, Ohio. And back then, you could only get there on back roads. So I remember Mom and Dad, one Christmas Eve, they got off work. They put me and my sister in the back of the car, and we're going through farmland, and there's snow on the ground. We're headed to Grandma's house for Christmas Eve, and the radio was on. This is back when they only had AM radio, and we were listening to WTVN out of Columbus, Ohio. It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, and the commenter was saying, "Oh, and we have a new special report. A new special report. Santa has left the North Pole, and now he's headed down here to Columbus, Ohio, and he should be getting to Columbus, Ohio around 11:30 tonight." And I was in 2nd, 3rd grade, and I was so happy because I thought Santa was real. We all know he is really real, right? And I was so excited to hear that broadcast about Santa. So anyway, that's all I had to say. All right, now, Marco, adios, Marco. Axel, adios, Axel. Adios, Tooth Fairy. Steve, adios. God bless. Tooth Fairy. Enjoy the holidays, mi familia. And so I just want to wish everybody a super happy holiday. And let's see here. I wish everybody a super happy holiday. We'll be back next week, and I'll have lots of clips giving a summary of where we have been in 2024 and where we're going in 2025. So that's it, man. I want to say thank you guys for coming and sharing the joy. We're closing out 2024. We're heading into a brand new year. Next weekend will be our New Year's next weekend. will be our New Year's celebration, opening up the new year. So I'm going to say love you all. If you're new here, click that subscribe button on the way out. Click the like button. If you're watching a rebroadcast and you want to donate to the channel, just click the donate button in the description below. But other than that, all I can say is ho, 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 adios. And all I can say is Dios contigo. And I'm going to close this whole thing off by saying que te vaya bien, love, peace, and joy to each and every one of you. Love you all. Adios, amigos. I can't stretch it out any more than that.